Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. So excited to be here. How you doing, Kaylee?
I am doing amazing. How are you doing, Sarah?
So good, my friend. Super excited to get into this topic today. There's something in the air. Something is happening right now. We're in huge momentum, huge shift. I'm seeing more consultants coming online. I'm seeing more, you know, businesses being launched. Like this is a new age. This is a beautiful age to be in right now. And I'm super excited to talk about today's topic, which is selling the invisible. You know, being in whether it be you sell a service or a product, even if you do sell a product, you're not actually selling that product, right? You're selling the emotion and the feeling that you get behind it. What is the outcome they're going to get? Where are they right now? What's the pain points? And where are they going to be after they either purchase your product and use your product or purchase your service and have coaching through you?
Yeah, absolutely. That's so true, Sarah, right? Because we've talked about it before and everything that we do is selling, right? We're selling everything. No matter what you think about it, we're always selling something. But that it's exactly that. Like when you're selling something, it's not the product that you're selling, it's what it's doing for you and the emotion and the feeling and the change or the outcome you're going to get from the product or the service. And a lot of that the time too is when you're purchasing a product or a service, it's not that you're like you can get that exact same product or service from anywhere. It's the person that you're connected to too and why you're purchasing it from there, right? If you look at the big box stores where you can go in and purchase a product, they have the same product at
Yep. Yeah, you're totally right. Like, why are they going to purchase from you when they could go down the street and purchase it from somebody else, right? So, what I get a lot about in my inbox is people giving me their pitch. Like, they don't even know who I am. And yet they're in my inbox saying, I'm I'm doing this. I think you would love it. Join me. Lose weight. Like, how do you even know I want to lose weight? How do you know that that's what I want? How do you know that's my pain point? So I get a lot of people sliding into my DM saying, here's my link if you want to give it out to your friends. I'm like, I have no idea what it is that you do or what your product does. You haven't shown me anything. You haven't asked me any questions. You haven't even gotten to know who I am. And so what I like to do is I like to survey my friends. So I'll go and I'll ask them questions and my family, and I'll ask them questions and I'll see where they're at and maybe if what I have to offer helps them. Now, I'm not trying to sell my friends and family, even though I used to get into network marketing on the hopes and dreams that all of my friends and all of my family would support me and make me rich. That's not the case. Most of the time, they're not even going to help you out, right? So it is getting to know who they are first. There's a difference between hunting and farming. And I know I've used this analogy before, but this is what it comes to when you are building an online course, okay? Or an online business or an online consulting firm, whatever it is. You need to fertilize the soil. You need to plant the seeds. You need to water the seeds. You need to weed out the prospects and the leads that aren't your ideal client, and you need to nurture it. And then at the end, 3 to 6 months, then you'll be ready to harvest. Right? Like we get into business saying we're gonna be. We see all of these overnight successes, right? You see these overnight successes. They're not overnight successes. They have been doing this a long time. They just so happen to be getting the results right now. But it does take some time. When you're hunting, you just go in for the kill and you're done, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. And I think that's the biggest misconception about selling in the online world is that when we go on and we look for people to sell our product to, that we have the wrong mindset behind it and the fact that we're just selling a product. that's not what it is, right? It's connecting with the person that you're looking to help them in an area, right? And it happens to everyone. I think you've probably seen this where you just get a random message being like, hey, check this out, and you haven't talked in forever, right? But also when you look at, if you're doing that in your basically outcome and the results you're getting in your business, it's probably not very good. I just had that happen to me like 2 days ago where I got a long ass message about something, and then the message before that I hadn't talked to that person in 4 months was the exact same thing, and before that it was the exact same thing, and I'm thinking, like, does this even make sense to you of why you would do that? Like, we don't talk, and every single message is that, like, is it really working for you? And actually I'm going to reach out to that person today and ask her that, because it can definitely help you when you change your mindset around selling, and the fact that, take selling out of it. Like, what are you really trying to do, and the result you're trying to get with your product or service? It's helping, it's changing, it's the result that you want your client or person that you're connecting with to get from what you are serving.
Yeah. So naturally we have tunnel vision, right? Like, we join our business, or we start our network marketing business, or we start our consulting business with one clear goal, is we want to make money, right? We want to serve people and make money. The more people we can serve, the more money we make, right? Like, that's the tunnel vision. But here's the thing, when you have tunnel vision, is you're focused on one thing, and that's usually the product or the service that you're offering. And that's where ego tends to set in, and you can't sell with ego. You got to take ego out of the equation, and you got to focus on your message, and you got to focus on what is it that your customers and prospects really want, right? What is it that you are going to offer them? So sometimes we have to get out of that tunnel, and we got to climb the mountain to figure it out. And it's not an easy mountain. There's lots of, hoops to drive through, and we all want the overnight success, and we all want it quick, right? But it's not quick. So people see all of these people having quick success, but go back and listen to their story. So let's take Tony Robbins, right? He's been doing this for 43 years, okay? He's had a lot of trial and error. He knows what's up. He's mastered his message. He's changed his message, but he's been doing it for 43 years. Bob Proctor's been doing it for over 57 years. So it's not an overnight success. And I only heard about Bob Proctor in 2019. I didn't even know who he was, right? But now that I've dug into his story and I've studied him and what it is that he does, I can see what his message is. But it wasn't an overnight success. It's a lot of trial and error, and you have to have thick skin, because it's not easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, everybody would be a super successful business.
Yeah, that's so true, Sarah. And if you think about, like, if you're listening right now and you think about things that you buy, right? You buy it for the result that you're going to get from it. Right? Think about, you need to clean your house. You need a cleaner. You're going to go buy a cleaner, right? If you need something to wipe your ass, you're going to go buy toilet paper. Like, you're buying the thing that you need in the result that you're looking for.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, how they sell it. It's the connection of what you're getting from it. And that's what you're doing when you're prospecting and you're talking to the people, is you're finding the people that need your product or service. And that's another thing, is that when you go out with the expectation that everyone is going to buy your product or service, maybe you shouldn't, because not everybody needs the result that you're giving, right? So look at what it is you have to offer, and then target the people that need that result in their life. And that's where what you're talking about, Sarah, is the message and how that comes across, because you need to know, one, it's so important to know your message and what it is you do and how to help people, because that alone is going to weed out all your leads and prospects, and knowing this is my target audience. These are the people I'm looking to help. And then that's also going to be more clear. And when you show up online and when you're doing the things online for the people to know, okay, what she's saying resonates with me. I need that. And boom, right? That's weeding it out.
And, I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people who are in the coaching consulting industry, and they're like, I don't like sales. And I keep thinking, you are selling when you have your message and you're doing your live launches and you're doing your boot camps and stuff. Your message is selling because you're selling the people on the words that you're using. So there's a difference between selling and closing, right? So when you're closing a sale, that's when you're one-on-one, getting to the pain point questions and making that sale to change that person's life. But your message is selling. That's the invisible selling. So we have a lot of, well, I don't want to compete. I don't want to compete with this person. I don't want to compete with this person. Yes, you do. Because if there's competition in the market, that means there's a need for what you have to offer, right? That's why there's Costco and Sam's Club and Walmart, right? Like you can buy the same thing at all of those stores, but you want that competition. It's like, cell phones and iPhones and Samsungs and TVs, coffee, right? So you even as well, there's a need for it. So you want that competition. Don't go out and try to invent something new because people don't know if they need that yet. It's harder to market. It's harder to sell.
That's what I was just going to say, Sarah. That's when you as the authentic you comes in. Right? I'm going to go back to toilet paper. When you're shopping for toilet paper, there's 6 brands laid out beside each other, right? You're picking the one that you like. That's the same thing with what you have to offer. If you're doing something in a competitive space, people are going to choose you because of what they resonate with, the emotion and the feeling that they get from talking with you, getting your product and your service, right? So how are you going to stand out above all the other people in your space, right? It's certain things that you can do, and it's the things that you bring through you and express as yourself and being really damn good at being you, where people are going to be like, I'm going to come back to Kaylee every single time because I love the experience she gives me. I love how easygoing she is. I love how she can make this very, very serious to get the results, but still make it fun. Like those are the things why people buy from you. They don't buy from you because you sell a really good dish soap that's better than the others. They're buying from you because they enjoy the additives, I guess, or the bonuses from purchasing with you and the experience that they get.
Yeah. So it's the experience that you're going to offer, right? So it's positioning yourself in that market. What makes you stand out above the rest? So one thing Kaylee and I have noticed in this industry is that as a coach, business, or consultant, you guys are doing it all. You're doing the lead generating, you're getting your business in new markets, you're doing your launches, you're doing your client acquisition, you are sending the welcome messages, tagging them, following up with them, building the rapport, closing them, onboarding, doing one-on-one coaching, doing group coaching. That does not leave a lot of space in your calendar to bring on new clients, right? I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to be really bold about this, is you can't build a multi-million-dollar company by yourself. Like you can't. It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, and you're doing this because you want to create time and financial freedom. I understand that. You're not going to create financial freedom if you're doing it all yourself, because you're not going to be able to close more clients because you're spending all of your time in your business instead of on your business. So there's a difference. There's a difference between being a consultant and a consulting business. And you want to be a consulting business. So if you look at it at the end result, yes, it's going to cost you money to get started, but everything does, right? Like it costs you money to buy a house and have a baby and get an education and, go to the movies or go to a seminar. Like it costs money for everything. So why not invest the money early into your business with somebody who can help you with your messaging, with your advertising, with your lead generating, with your client acquisition, with your closing. So that way you can do what you truly started your business to do, and that was to serve, right? because the more help you have, the more people you can serve. When you bring one and one together, you have 11, right? The more heads, the better. Napoleon Hill talks about this in the Think and Grow Rich book. When you have 2 people, you can do incredible things. We have 3 people, you can do impossible things. The more people you have in your mastermind, the bigger your message will be, the bigger your business will be. So I see that mistake happen a lot, is a lot of people are not willing to invest. They're like, well, I can just do my own Canva. I can just do my own lead generating. I'll just do my own tagging. I'll just do my own message. I'll just do my own marketing. So when do you have time to do your coaching? When do you have time to do your one-on-ones? When do you have time to do your closing? Especially if you still work another job.
Exactly, right? Because think about it. If you're doing all the things and you're focused on lead generating, so your leads are coming in, your group is growing, and then from those groups you're booking calls. Well, when you start booking calls, the lead generation stops. And then when you get on the calls that you're booked, the lead generation and booking the calls stops, because now you're doing that. So you can see that just like a machine, right? A machine that gives you the products over and over and over and over again is something that isn't just one part. It's a bunch of gears working together. That's just like your business. To have a well, profitable, and organized business, you need more than you. And that's the best part too of being a business owner, is you know what you want for your business. You can create the message for your business and then hire the things that you need to help you grow. And like Sarah says, yes, it costs money up front. Trust us, we've been there. We hired a business coach because we wanted to see what it was where we were missing the gaps and how we could become well oiled and moving in a way that can move quicker and more effectively. And that's exactly what happens when you invest into your business. And that's the thing, right? When you, like, especially for me in my past, it was hard for me to let go of certain things because in my mind, I had to do it because I wanted hands-on and I wanted to make sure it was going good and I wanted to make sure that it was being done in the way that I was doing it. But exactly that, when I was doing one thing, the other 10 things had to stop because my focus was there. Yeah. So when you give yourself the permission to let go and give that part of your business to an expert who focuses on that, you can do something else and spend your time doing other things that you love. Like if you're a coach and you love coaching, hire people to do the parts that get you to be fully coaching, if that's what you want to show up and do. Because like Sarah said, we get into doing this because we want time and financial freedom. Running your business your entire self is not time freedom.
There's a book. It's called Selling the Invisible by Harry Beckwith. It's about marketing, and he has a page here. It's quite an easy read. Lots of information, but he says how to save $500,000. You can walk into several large local service companies and find almost $500,000 worth of sales brochures displayed on their walls. What you cannot do is tell where those brochures came from and what company stands behind them. No two look the same. No two reinforce a common message. Their inconsistency makes the company look inconsistent and disorganized. A whole set of negative associations follow from that. If you run Bob's Business Service, you want people to say, oh, that brochure is from Bob's Business Service. Words alone will not get the response because your memories are primarily visual. We remember faces, but forget names. So show a common face. Make that investment worthwhile. Repeat yourself visually. It makes you look more organized and professional and easier to remember. So if you are a coach or consultant and you're selling a service, how are they going to know who you are if you are doing all of your hands-on business stuff and you're not able to show up for, a weekly series or a live launch or a masterclass or a boot camp? When you are spending your time lead generating, being in conversations, coaching, trying to take some time off, the more visible you are, the easier and more effortlessly it's going to be able for you to sell the invisible.
So good, Sarah. And It's so true, right? Like, especially when you're starting a business, to go through all the things and lay it out, it's time consuming. But that's the part where if you set up your business and the foundation of your business very, very strongly, that's what we all want to do, because we want to get to the point where if you leave for a month and all you have to do is show up to coach and your business runs, like that's the point where I'm sure everybody wants to be in their life, right? Is that their business runs smoothly and effortlessly and it's very, very productive and you're always profiting, right? That's the image that I think every business owner has. So it's just doing the right things, hiring the right people, and letting go of the right places in your business to people without feeling like you have to have a hand in every single pot of your business. Because in the end, you control your business. You make the choices and the decisions for your business. So if you're looking at it right now and maybe you find that it's hard, the leads aren't coming, you're not booking the phone, you're not getting on coaching calls, then you need to take a step back and figure out your message, maybe figure out what it is that you're trying to get a result to be with people that are coming towards you. And it's just really taking the time to figure that out, because when you do and you have the mindset around it that's going to make you see the results, that's where the money is. That's really where the money is. The money's in the message.
Yeah. So if you're a coaching consultant offering high ticket services right now and you want a done for you service so you can stop wasting your time with no shows and low quality leads and really serve more people, because that's what you want to do, but you also want to maximize your revenue per call. Maybe you just want to bring in an additional 7 figures. We want to help you. We want to help you free up your schedule so that you can focus on growing a team, entering new markets, building offers, diversifying your traffic sources, developing strategic partnerships, because that's so important into growing a multi-million-dollar business. And of course, you want to free up more freedom and time with your friends and family. So send us a message, drop us a line, info@saraheasterbrook.com, and we will be happy to send you more information.
Awesome. Yes, that's exactly what we're here to do. And absolutely love doing it. It'd be so awesome to connect with you guys. So like Sarah said, if you have any questions, you want to connect, drop us an email or head over to our Facebook group called Conversions Solved.
Conversions Solved for high impact coaches and consultants.
Yeah, and we drop a lot of value in there as well. So we will chat with you guys on Monday, and have an amazing, amazing weekend.
Bye.